You're watching the New Hampshire Association of Broadcasters' three-time award-winning YCN Game of the Week. The YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by Top Stitch Embroidery, the best for your team, and so much more. MJ Harrington and Company, jewelers and designers since 1948. William A. Smith Auction Gallery. They host 45 auctions yearly. Check the schedule on their website. Lake Sunapee Region VNA and Hospice, providing independence for patients and peace of mind for families. HR Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist, much more than a home heating provider. La Valley Building Supply, 10 retail lumber yards serving New England for over 55 years. Ramonto's Brick Oven Pizza and more, always fresh. People, food, great times await you. Mascoma Savings Bank, with no shareholders to please, committed to remaining independent and to reinvesting profits in our community. Baba's Bar and Grill of Newberry Harbor, where Baba wants you to know we're having a lot of fun. And Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire.
Good evening and welcome to North Sutton, New Hampshire for tonight's Division II boys basketball game between the Bishop Brady Giants and the host Kearsarge Cougars. Hello everyone, I'm Jeremy Stout, joined as always by Scott Quimby, and we are here ready to go Friday night. Crowd is filling in nicely. Cougars and the Giants in somewhat of a rematch, Scott, as they matched up in a holiday tournament down at NHIAA in Concord over the Christmas and New Year break. So both these teams come in at 0-1 in the regular season, having faced each other in that tournament. Bishop Brady coming out on top, beating Kearsarge.
And a bit of an upset if you look at the rankings for this division. So you would assume Kearsarge is going to come out strong here. They want this one. They know they pretty much let that one go. First round, too. It wasn't the championship. Obviously, Bishop Brady got knocked in the championship. But, yeah, 0-1. You got to get off that schneid. One of these teams is going to do it here tonight.
Yeah, so as you mentioned, Bishop Brady losing in the championship game. Bow defeats them in the finals of just the four-team tournament, just a small tournament, and eight-team tournament. And we were at a Kearsarge game. We've already done a Kearsarge game this year up in Lebanon, and it was a doubleheader, Lebanon girls and Kearsarge girls first, then the same thing, Kearsarge and Lebanon boys followed. Mm-hmm. Lebanon, they look like the real deal as we talked about, but let's not count this Kearsarge team out. They were down almost 20 points, I think, came back, cut it to almost single digits before Lebanon pulled away.
It was single digits. They cut it down to 8. And you know, Lebanon kind of got a little lackadaisical, and Kearsarge really took advantage of it and got really aggressive and seemed to find a bit of a rhythm there. They had no rhythm in the first half. You know, they really hung in there and played just as good as Lebanon in the second half. So, I mean, this team does have talent.
Yeah, and it really starts up front there with Ben Carl, the senior, who's that ball handler and the kind of the motor for this team. And we talked about him during that game. He's going to be a little reckless, but he's always going to be aggressive. And if he learns to control that this senior year, that could be some big things coming for this Cougar team.
Yeah, everything I noticed about his game was speed. I mean, that's what he's all about. Just go as fast and hard as he can whenever, both offensively and defensively. Sometimes you run into some problems when you do that and get stuck in a situation where you're going to make a crazy pass and it ends up in a turnover, but it also opened up a lot of good things, particularly in the second half. I remember he struggled a bit in the first half, but certainly got it going, and he's one of the key players for this team.
Also, they have a couple seniors, Brady Grazana, Nick LeBlanc, Tyler Sidmore, and then sophomore Chris Stanchfield is a standout player who is only a sophomore for the Cougars team. Over on the Brady side, Bishop Brady Giants, one standout senior, number 32, Tommy Frazier. He's a guard forward, so we will keep an eye on him tonight. We'll take a break and come back. It's the Giants of Bishop Brady and the Cougars of Kearsarge. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
Simple solutions in a challenging world. Let Echo Communications make your life simpler. From the beginning, creating design through the commercial print process and ending with custom mailing, all easily coordinated in one place. Echo Communications provides simple solutions in a challenging world. One place, many solutions. Learn more at echocominc.com.
No matter what season it is, you can always find the best in American and Italian cuisine at Bubba's Bar and Grill in Newbury, New Hampshire. Stop in to enjoy our fresh salads, hearty sandwiches, brick oven pizzas, the award-winning seafood chowder, and a new seasonal menu just right for the cooler months. Dine in or take out. You can check out our full lunch and dinner menus along with daily specials on our website each day as well. Bubba's Bar and Grill, just 2 miles from Mount Sunapee in the beautiful harbor of Newbury, New Hampshire.
William A. Smith Auction Gallery hosts 45 auctions a year. Our customer base is worldwide, and our reputation is for honesty and fairness. Join us for one of our live auctions. Check out the auction schedule on our website. Auction day is lively and fun.
Sold 3,381. Yeah, sold 253. Sold 850 straight away.
We look forward to seeing you on auction day.
Welcome back, North Sutton, New Hampshire. We are about set for tip-off, but before that, let's get to our starting lineups. First, for the Bishop Brady Giants, who come into this one at 0-1. Number 10, a senior guard, Ishmael Rivera. Number 20, a junior guard, Gabe Amnott. Number 30, the senior forward, Connor Raposo. Number 32, as we mentioned, the senior guard, Tommy Frazier. And number 35, the senior guard, Billy Frazier. For the host Cougars, number 3, as we mentioned, the senior guard, Ben Carl. Number 10, senior guard, Brady Grazana. Number 20, senior guard, Nick LeBlanc. Number 22, senior forward, Tyler Sidmore. And number 55, the sophomore guard, Chris Stanchfield. Those are the starting lineups. We'll take one final break and come back with the tip on the YCN Game of the Week.
At H.R. Clough at Kearsarge Heating, we sell, install, tune, and repair heating and cooling systems and deliver your fuel oil and propane. But we're much more. H.R. Clough installs water conditioning systems to purify your water and add life to your hot water heating system. Now is the perfect time for one of our expert staff to evaluate your needs. For a free estimate, call H.R. Clough today. Over 4 generations of local ownership and dependable service.
There once was a haunted house. People said they had heard voices, but no one dared to go inside.
There's a place for wood in your backyard. We recommend the Fire Pit. For looks and performance that outlast a wooden deck, make sure your next deck is built with Trex, the world's #1 premium decking brand.
Trex products are available at LaValley Middleton Building Supply. Visit us at lavalleys.com.
I had broken my humerus. I went home in the care of the VNA, and I met a group of women that I'll never forget. All of them were, in a way, just the most therapeutic and totally understanding people I think I've ever met.
Lake Sunapee Region VNA and Hospice is your locally managed nonprofit home health care provider. It's your choice. Ask for us by name when home is where you want to be.
The New Hampshire Heritage Collection by M.J. Harrington Jewelers is imagined and designed by our craftsmen, inspired by the natural beauty and special places that make New Hampshire extraordinary. The Old Man of the Mountain, Common Loon, Covered Bridge, Sap Bucket, and New Hampshire Lakes Collection are tributes to the story of the Granite State, made in America, handcrafted, uniquely yours, from M.J. Harrington Jewelers.
Warner's Main Street Bookends has been your community bookstore since 1998 and voted Yankee Magazine's Editor's Pick Must-See Bookstore. Bookends is a full-service store offering a huge selection of current fiction and nonfiction with children's book selection, toys, and games. Bookends has a huge card selection for all occasions, along with Main Street Marketplace and Gallery in the attached barn. 100% solar, Main Street Bookends of Warner is building your community one book at a time.
Why is it always time for pizza in New England? Because Ramonto's brick oven pizzas are popping up everywhere. With dough made fresh daily and baked in brick ovens, plus pasta, sandwiches, and artisan salads always from fresh ingredients, you're never far from good times and great food at Ramonto's. Ramonto's brick oven pizzas are the locally owned restaurants that make freshness taste so good. Want a piece of the pie? Visit Ramontos.com for franchise opportunities.
William A. Smith Auction Gallery hosts 45 auctions a year. Our customer base is worldwide, and our reputation is for honesty and fairness.
Rolex right there, $5,000, $3,000. I got 2 there, thank you. 20.
Join us for one of our live auctions. Check out the auction schedule on our website. Auction day is lively and fun.
Sold $3,381. Sold $253. Sold $850 straight away.
We look forward to seeing you on auction day.
No matter what season it is, you can always find the best in American and Italian cuisine at Bubba's Bar and Grill in Newbury, New Hampshire. Stop in to enjoy our fresh salads, hearty sandwiches, brick oven pizzas, the award-winning seafood chowder, and a new seasonal menu just right for the cooler months. Dine in or take out. You can check out our full lunch and dinner menus along with daily specials on our website each day as well. Bubba's Bar and Grill, just 2 miles from Mount Sunapee in the beautiful harbor of Newbury, New Hampshire.
Welcome back. Just finishing up National Anthem and crowd filling in. Student section packed as usual here at Kearsarge. And we are ready to go.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun one. Yeah, like we mentioned in that Christmas holiday tournament there, Bishop Brady kind of the upset on Kearsarge, and so they're confident they know they can beat them here tonight, and obviously Kearsarge is probably a little upset by losing that game, and they're going to be fired up as well, so there's going to be a lot of energy, I think, here in the early going, and whoever can kind of set the tone is going to probably break the will of the other team fairly quickly.
Both teams trying to get their first win of the regular season, as we mentioned, dropping the first one of the season. Bishop Brady did to the Hanover Marauders, and also the Kearsarge high school team losing at Lebanon, as we mentioned. Obviously,
me.
So we are set for tip-off.
Quick hoop there.
Set. And there we are, underway. The first basket to the Giants. Billy Frazier with the first hoop. In the early going, little technical difficulties. We apologize. We get these things straightened out. And inside, that one is Sidmore with the inside move. And the hoop, tie it up at 2 apiece.
Yeah, we know he can score. We saw that last game.
Little baseline jumper, no good, but Giants will get the tip and reset that back out to three-point line. They'll take their time.
Patient approach here.
And from the corner, no good. Rebound to the Cougars. And now, as you mentioned, a patient approach, but the Cougars on the other side, they quickly get down the floor, get the open man, no good, and then the rebound putback is no good. That was Sidmore with the miss.
Yeah, 2 very different approaches for the 2 teams.
Really just trying to work it around the perimeter. As you see, 4 green jerseys outside that three-point line. That's what we'll see tonight, is the misfire there from Rivera.
Yeah, Rivera and Frazier both had nice touches on their shot. They didn't go, but maybe that's something Bishop Brady can do and get hot from the outside. Speaking of hot from the outside, Brady Grisano with a nice shot.
And that's a nice assist from Ben Carl, driving into the lane, and then defense collapsing and finding the open man all
yeah,
the
you
way.
can see Ben Carl literally drew the entire defense, all 5 guys in the paint, and just a heads-up play right there, kicking it out.
And then they'll exchange turnovers. The Giants turning it over, and then back here, the Cougars underneath their own hoop. The YCN scoreboard sponsor is LaValley Building Supply, home improvement and construction from concept to completion. LaValley's would like to thank all their neighbors for shopping with them. Come on in and meet their team. Customer care is their first priority. 2-2 our score, 2 minutes gone by in the home opener. 5-2, excuse me. The home opener here for the Cougars.
Just another slow, patient possession there, and a nice job by the Kearsarge defense, kind of holding their ground. They're not really letting them inside. Bishop Brady tried a few plays, a cut there, and Kearsarge holding their ground. Nice job.
Billy Frazier there driving in there, losing the handle, and now the Cougars will have a chance to increase that lead. 2-3 zone being played by the Giants. Nice baseline drive, and that's Grazana again.
Yeah, that's just a quick speed move. That's how you get by that zone down there. Get on the baseline. And there's no double team down there, and you can get under there and get the hoop.
And then after the miss, here come the Cougars again, and once again, it's Carl to Grazana, and Grazana has an early 7 points, as we see on the fast break miss. Nice outlet pass to Carl.
By Grazana. No, sorry, that was that was by LeBlanc. LeBlanc made the outlet pass.
And Grazana finishes it off. No good on the other end, but the Giants with their own rebound. And then tipped, and it's back to the Cougars now. 9-2 lead, looking for more.
Yeah, Bishop Brady is definitely more of a outside shooting team by the looks of it here so far, and you know, they got some good looks. We haven't fallen yet.
And we know how that goes because we saw that exactly the same thing with the Kearsarge game against Lebanon, where they were getting their shots and nothing was falling. And then towards that second half, things started to fall. As you mentioned in the pregame, cut it down to 8, almost had a chance.
And I think this game kind of shows that Lebanon's defense probably had something to do with that type of game, because so far anyways, Kearsarge is getting to the hoop. Mainly on the fast breaks, I'll give them that, but they're aggressive and they seem to be getting to the hoop. And maybe it was what they found in the second half too of that game, because they were aggressive in the second half and made the comeback against Lebanon.
Another miss there. This time it was Tommy Frazier who couldn't get it to fall. Carl with the three-pointer, no good. Now looking to run. Giants, but they'll wisely slow it down. Pull up for the three. And a nice three-pointer there from Rivera.
Yeah, that's his third try so far. He's 1 for 3 now, but like I said, he's got a nice shot. This is in transition. He doesn't even look to push the ball inside. He just lines it up and knocks it down.
And Ben Carl gets his first basket on the other end. 11-5 halfway through quarter number 1. Another three-point attempt. This one off the mark.
You can tell that's his game.
Yeah, he's not going to be shy about shooting that one, is Rivera. A little sloppy there, but the Cougars look to have recovered. Carl with the dish. No good, but a nice offensive rebound from Stanchfield.
And a good reset, too. It looked like he was going to maybe force it and go up with it, but instead he resets. And, boy, it paid off because he got a nice open look at a three and nailed it.
Yeah, he was rewarded with that one. As you mentioned, good reset. He gets it back. 14-5 from the baseline, and that one is good for Amnott. Fast-moving first quarter, inside 3 minutes. Wide open lane, and they'll go to the free throw line and shoot a pair.
Yeah, Grazana's living at the rim here so far in this first quarter, and it's paying off big time.
Being aggressive, he already has 7 points, half the points for the Cougars, and now he's at the line to shoot a pair. First one is up and good. He's got 8. Our next live YCN game is Monday, January 6th at 6:30 p.m. right here as the Cougars host the Pride of Merrimack Valley. Second one on its way and good as well. So now he's got 9. He'll take a break, a little breather. And checking in is junior guard Tim Flanders. So if you're Brady, Scott, I mean, you just got to keep shooting, I would imagine. You're getting some open looks.
I mean, obviously they're taking it to the hoop here, and they're going to get to the free throw line, which is a first for them. So maybe that's not the case. Maybe the coach is trying to mix things up and get things down low here. I mean, that's, like I mentioned earlier, that's exactly what worked for Kearsarge in the second half of the Lebanon game. They got away from that outside shooting, got aggressive, and things changed.
So that foul is Billy Frazier shooting. Misses the front end, and him and his brother Tommy Frazier, they're tall players, so they do have some size, so they might start going inside if the shots of Rivera and all aren't falling. Offensive rebound, put back. Frazier was kind of blocked, and then it's back to the Cougars.
Yeah, Stanchfield was in there with a block. He's going to make it tough for them to work inside. He's a big, strong kid, and he didn't have a good box out there, clearly, but he made up for it right about there with a beautiful block.
All ball on that one. Cougar ball. 2:10 to play in the first quarter. 16-7 our score. Cougars all over the Giants in the early going. And that foul, I believe, is going to go against Gabe Amnott. His first and the team's third. Ben Carl on the inbound pass.
Carl does not hesitate.
No.
I know we mentioned that a lot in the Lebanon game. He is just super aggressive and fun to watch.
And nice little play there. Stanchfield can't get it to go. He gets his own rebound and then throws it out of bounds.
Yeah, Stanchfield kind of, rather than come down with it, tried to do a quick touch pass to Sidmore and threw it away.
That's what you want, a little screen and roll. He had it set up, but Stanchfield just couldn't hit.
Yeah.
Stay tuned at the end of our telecast for the H.R. Clough Kearsarge Heating Turning Up the Heat player of the game. We will choose the team member that had the greatest impact on today's game. H.R. Clough is dedicated to performing the best service and providing the best products every day.
Yeah, that was Nolan Grant getting his hand on the pass, and it deflected off him and then off of a Bishop Brady player, creating the turnover. Kearsarge ball.
There's Carl driving, little pull-up jumper, no good. He was double covered, but he did get his shot off. And the rebound, and here come the Giants looking for a little 5-on-4. Rivera, no good. He is not afraid to take that shot.
Yeah, I believe 1 for 5 now. He does have a nice touch. I feel like he's very confident in his shot, and that's why he keeps jacking him up. But eventually they got to start falling here. They got to maybe work on a different game plan.
And the dribble drive, no good. That was number 33, Sam Carl. And we got a dead ball, and that'll stay with the Cougars. 1:06 to play in the first quarter, which has been all Kearsarge. Nick LeBlanc looks to be the only, for him and Sidmore, the only starters out there. They've got 3 reserves, probably for this final minute. Get them some playing time, get some of the starters some rest. Passing up the 3 is Grant.
Yeah, they're taking their time looking to get the open 3. It looks like they were pretty dead set on playing a perimeter offense right here, and
there's Flanders driving, no good, and then it's going to be a jump ball. That'll go, or stay with the Cougars.
Good effort there by Sidmore, fighting for that offensive rebound. He didn't get the offensive rebound. It turned out to be a jump ball because of that right there. But it gives him this shot here and creates a basket for LeBlanc.
LeBlanc with a 3. His first points of the night. They're up 19-7 inside 30 seconds to play here. Giants gonna fire from the corner. That one was in and out. Coffin, no luck from the corner.
They're not wasting any time getting up the floor right now.
No, they are not.
They rush up there. They end up kind of getting into their set here and run some plays. But they take advantage of the defense, try to get up there as quick as they can. You never know, something might open up.
And a three at the buzzer, kind of falling away. That's Nick LeBlanc, and that ends the first quarter. 22-7, the Cougars on top.
Welcome to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Elizabeth Durazio, and
I'm your host, Abby Peel.
Coming to you from the town of Hopkinton.
Coming to you from the New London Barn Playhouse. Thanks for having us.
Thank you for coming on this beautiful day.
Beautiful day, perfect spring day.
We've been here as a staple in many of the communities. And
so many people that you get to meet and a wonderful community that you feel like you're always welcome in.
With this great opportunity of opening a restaurant that's really community focused.
So join us again next week
for a new edition of Yankee Chronicle.
At H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, we sell, install, tune, and repair heating and cooling systems and deliver your fuel oil and propane. But we're much more. With more frequent major weather events, don't say again, I should have installed a generator. H.R. Clough provides the best home generator systems available from Generac. Our highly trained personnel provide you a complete turnkey installation. For a free estimate, call the H.R. Clough Company today. Over 4 generations of local ownership and dependable service.
Welcome back. First quarter in the books. It was all Cougars, 22-7 with the lead.
How about that?
Brady Giants.
How about that finale to the quarter? Nick LeBlanc with a fadeaway buzzer beater for 3, right in the face of defender, and really opened up this lead here for Kearsarge.
Yeah, you had good defense from the Giants, really forcing him out, making him shoot an off-balance shot last possession, and then he goes and buries it, and it's a 15-point lead.
Now Bishop Brady's really got some work to do here in this quarter and just cut into this lead a little bit here and make it something better at halftime, but beautiful steal by Nick Lamb, heads up play and got the layup off nice and quick, didn't really dilly-dally to prevent it from being blocked from behind.
24-7, three-point attempt is off the mark, doesn't hit anything, and 24-7, Cougars will get the ball back with 17-point lead. Yeah, if you're Bishop Brady here, you'd really, down 17, cut it to single digits at the half and see what you can do. And right now, with such fast possessions that the Giants are having, they're just giving the ball right back to the Cougars. So you'd want to think you might slow it down a little bit.
I mean, it's going to come down based on their offensive style. It's going to come down to them hitting some shots.
Slow this game down, keep the fewer possessions. The more possessions you give the Cougars, the more points they're going to score.
One thing they do know, they can beat this Kearsarge team. So, if you're the coach, you just got to try to get them inching back in there.
And it starts with that, it looked like, but
yeah.
It didn't go. Tommy Frazier, again, that's at least 2 or 3 that have been in and out. And this one, it goes the younger Sam Carl. He gets a 3. 20-point lead, 27-7. Only 90 seconds gone by here in this second quarter.
I'm starting to think it's the baskets, Jeremy. I think this one down here is wound a little tighter.
And we see front rim there, no good, but the Giants do get the rebound, and there's Rivera firing again, and you're right, there is some good bouncing off this rim. So we'll see if the fortunes change a little bit in the second half. And at the free throw line, now number 32, Tommy Frazier. Today's game is being brought to you in part by Ramonto's Brick Oven Pizza. You're never too far from great food and good times at Ramonto's, the locally owned restaurants that make freshness taste so good. And the free throw is up and good. Tommy Frazier, free throw. And we are going to take a timeout with 6:15 to play in the second quarter. 27-8 our score. store, you need to compete with the bigger chains. So we've combined our purchasing power with over 300 independent lumberyard and home centers, and we've passed those savings on to you.
Our customers have grown up with our stores, and now their kids are shopping here with our kids.
We have everything you need for any home improvement project you can think of.
And the possibilities are endless.
If we had a motto, it would be neighbors helping neighbors build a community.
Simple solutions in a challenging world. Let Echo Communications make your life simpler. From the beginning, creating design through the commercial print process and ending with custom mailing, all easily coordinated in one place. Echo Communications provides simple solutions in a challenging world. One place, many solutions. Learn more at echocominc.com.
Welcome back. 6:15 to play, 27-8. 6:15 to play in the first half. And at the free throw line, Tommy Frazier will complete his 2 shots. Second one up, no good.
Kearsarge is going with a young unit here.
Yeah, Adrian McCarthy is with the last rebound there. He's new, checking in.
A lot of starters for Bishop Brady still out there. Got to take advantage of this and get some points.
And there's Rivera trying to drive baseline, and he wanted a foul call, or at least they wanted Bishop Brady ball. Coach Phil Davis is not happy, and they couldn't really tell, but the ref was right there. And we're going to have a foul before the inbounds play. Number 4, Tim Flanders with the call, his second. So that'll go back to the Brady Giants. What do they call that? Ball don't lie? Bishop Brady ball.
Or makeup, whatever you want to call
right.
it.
Right. Falls a little long on that shot. Cougars, big lead, 27-8. Some good pressure defensively from the Giants.
You can see, this is the backup unit here. You can see the offense definitely doesn't run quite as smoothly as it does with their starters, with Ben Carl running the show.
And it's going to be a jump ball. It'll stay with the Cougars. Ref almost called a travel, but then
changed his mind.
Called the jump ball. And here come some of those starters back in. Ben Carl, Rosanna, and Stanchfield checking back in.
All have been playing very well, so that's not a good sign for Bishop Brady. Those 3 on the bench, you really needed to take advantage of that and cut into the lead a little bit.
They had a number of empty possessions. Nick LeBlanc also out there, and staying out there is Adrian McCarthy. So Coach Nate Camp kind of rotating some of his players, keeping everybody fresh after the holiday tournament earlier this week. They have the turnaround and play a game on Monday. And a traveling violation there. It'll go back to Bishop Brady. So here we go, Scott. Here's their chance where they've got to get some shots to fall as they trail by 19.
Yeah, you can't go into halftime here down 19. You got to cut it down to within maybe 15, 14 points here and just create some positive energy here. There's still a lot of time left, 5 minutes, so this could either get way worse or maybe a little better.
Tight defense by the Cougars, and then the baseline runner no good. Ripped down by Stanchfield, and then the foul.
Yeah, Bishop Brady didn't settle for a 3 there. That was a baseline runner, but it's still a very difficult shot, probably a harder shot than a standing 3.
So now the Giants will go with the full court man-to-man, trying to get a little trap, and they do get the steal as Stanchfield turns it over. No good on the other end, Raposo. Carl across the timeline, breaks that full court. Nice little fake, but in and out.
Yeah, that was great ball movement there by Kearsarge to get a good look for Grazana.
And the offensive foul, Rivera is going to get called for it.
That was Ben Carl. Nice job taking the charge. He's, like we mentioned earlier, he's all hustle.
Set his feet. He knew he thought maybe he'd start going to the hoop, as Rivera's done a lot of pulling up on the transition, but this time he thought he had an opening, and Carl was right there. Drew the foul. Down the other end. Nice defensive effort there. Not. A little scoring drought for both teams.
Yeah, Bishop Brady, obviously with a full court press here, is sort of mixing things up a little bit here for both teams.
Frazier misses it on one end, and then coming back on the other end is LeBlanc.
Yeah, Grisana had a good look too. He missed it last time, but this time it was just LeBlanc had a little bit of extra space and went up quick, didn't hesitate, and got the hoop.
Stanchfield with a nice rebound and outlet. Three-pointer from Rivera, and that one finally goes.
He might have 15 three-point attempts by the end of this game. I believe that's his second, correct?
That's what I got. He's got 6 points. Carl, no good, but he gets his own rebound, then gets it inside. He should have hit it.
He should have taken that himself. McCarthy had no chance of catching that pass. Way too high, way too hard.
Yeah, that's one of those ones where one pass too many. He was trying to be unselfish, but sometimes that hurts you. And there's Rivera again from the corner, and now he's starting to heat up maybe. So we've seen him take many and not have a lot of success, but he finally gets it going here.
Yeah, Rivera buries it.
And then on the other end, Stanchfield answers with 2.
I mentioned I liked Rivera's form. He has a good looking shot, even though they were not falling earlier, so maybe he can get hot and put his team back in this game.
Three-pointer is long. The offensive rebound to the Giants, and they get it in. Raposo, nice putback. So they're showing some signs of life here as we see Carl driving to the hoop with a nifty lay-in.
Yeah, they certainly picked up the pace, and obviously with a full court press, they're forcing Kearsarge to pick up the pace too. Unfortunately, it's working for their offense, but they're not getting back a lot of times on these fast breaks. Like here's a nice open look, and they bury it.
Yeah, that's LeBlanc. He gets a field goal there. And a little confusion, a little contact.
I mean, it's great transition by Kearsarge. I mean, here's the contact that kind of definitely probably should have been called a block right then and there. It wasn't a charge. I think his feet were moving, but.
And now it's getting a little restless here. I think it was a good no call. There was a little contact, but the refs let him go, and then of course it got chippy after, and I might have been given a technical foul. So I guess they were going to give McCarthy a foul. And Grisana, I thought I heard, but I could be incorrect. And then they're going to go with a jump ball. Not sure who has possession, so timeout was called, or maybe they just sent them to their benches because I think it got a little chippy here after the basket.
They're too fired up to be on the court together right now.
Right, so they sent them to their corners, and we'll be coming back out of that, and it will be Bishop Brady ball. So 35-15. 16, excuse me. We'll now see if the Giants can get something going in the final 2 minutes. Their offense has looked much better as some of the shots have finally started to fall.
Good open look there for Frazier, just couldn't knock it down in the corner.
Stanchfield for 3, no good. He follows his shot nicely, but it's tipped around and goes over to Billy Frazier. Inside, nice move, and that's Not with another basket.
Charlie Coffin had a great pass there. Coming off the bench, making things happen.
A 17-point deficit here for Bishop Brady. Inside 90 seconds.
Kearsarge ball movement is just faster and better right now than Bishop Brady. I mean, that shot didn't go in for Noah Grant, but that was an outstanding look.
Now the Giants trying to get something going, inside look, but immediately double teamed. then fighting back for possession will go to the free throw line, I believe.
Yeah, that original shot was very well contested. It looked like it was Stanchfield who got the block there. Maybe not. Maybe there could have been a foul there, actually, but he got his, Frazier got his miss and got it back up and got the foul anyway.
So we'll take a break. 1:05 to play before half. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
I had broken my humerus. I went home in the care of the VNA, and I met a group of women that I'll never forget. All of them were, in a way, just the most therapeutic and totally understanding people I think I've ever met.
Lake Sunapee Region VNA and Hospice is your locally managed nonprofit home health care provider. It's your choice. Ask for us by name when home is where you want to be.
Welcome back. Final 1:05 before half. As you can see, Cougars all over the Giants of Bishop Brady, 35-18 at the free throw line. Shoot a pair. Tommy Frazier, he's 1 for 2 so far tonight. See if he can cut into this deficit. They were down by 15 at the end of the first quarter, so they've held competitive in this second quarter. But as we mentioned, this is the front end, a lot of that second team Kearsarge was on the court.
I mean, it did end up getting up to, I think, 20. And we were a little worried at that time. And I said, if they could just keep it within 15 at halftime, maybe they've got a chance here. And, you know, so far they're doing a pretty good job of that. They kind of switched the momentum around with this full court press. But you can see Kearsarge is certainly finding ways to break through that right now. But there'll be a turnover here.
Yeah, there's going to be a foul away from the ball before the basket was made, and it was really a fast break basket by Sam Carl, but it was taken away as a away from the ball foul, and the Giants will get it back. 60 seconds.
I'm sure Bishop Brady's not upset about that call.
Not at all. Down 16. Couple scores here. They could, make a couple threes, which we know they love to shoot them. Pass is tipped away. It'll stay with the Giants.
Yeah, they're trying a little inside-out ball there. They tried to kick it into the big man and have him swing it back out to the outside, but there was no shot to be had, and then the next pass kind of got forced back inside and almost resulted in a turnover. Good
nice
fake.
Yeah, nice ball fake there, and a nice finish there by Tommy Frazier. Now it's all about this defensive possession. You've got it to 14. Big stop here, if they can come up with it.
Just that great extra pass. Gets a nice wide open look for Sidmore. I mean, when you're shooting from 12, 14 feet wide open, you're gonna hit it most of the time.
Final 5 seconds here. The shot from the corner, no good, bounces away, and that shot will not count. So we go into the locker room with a score of 37-21. Cougars on top of the Giants. We'll take a break. We'll come back with Rob Bennett, principal here at Kearsarge Regional High School. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
Why is it always time for pizza in New England? Because Ramonto's brick oven pizzas are popping up everywhere. With dough made fresh daily and baked in brick ovens, plus pasta, sandwiches, and artisan salads always from fresh ingredients, you're never far from good times and great food at Ramonto's. Ramonto's brick oven pizzas are the locally owned restaurants that make freshness taste so good. Want a piece of the pie? Visit Ramontos.com for franchise opportunities.
To me, it was a no-brainer to switch to the Anderson 400 series window.
From the exterior of the house, you can't tell which windows are old and which windows are new. They're really very compatible.
I really appreciate the energy efficiency of the 400 series.
Anderson, in my opinion, is the heavyweight champ.
Someone once said, that trust is always earned, never given. With a 70-year heritage of diamond expertise, MJ Harrington Jewelers has earned the trust and respect of loyal customers for generations. Whether the occasion is a new beginning of life together or celebrating a decade's deep love, the professionals at Harrington's take time to understand our customers' dreams, then turn those dreams into exquisite reality. At MJ Harrington Jewelers, trust is as precious as the fine diamonds we offer. We look forward to earning your trust.
William A. Smith Auction Gallery hosts 45 auctions a year. Our customer base is worldwide, and our reputation is for honesty and fairness. Join us for one of our live auctions. Check out the auction schedule on our website. Auction day is lively and fun.
Sold 3,381. Sold 253. Sold 850 straight away.
We look forward to seeing you on auction day.
Welcome back, North Sutton, New Hampshire. Kearsarge Regional High School. Jeremy Stout. We are at halftime where the Cougars lead the Giants of Bishop Brady 37-21, and I'm joined now by principal here at Kearsarge Regional High School, Rob Bennett. Rob, thank you very much for joining us.
Oh, thanks for having me, guys.
And we're always coming down here for basketball. I know you have a lot of things going on at the school that YCN is able to be a part of. Tomorrow we'll be here at 9 a.m. for the deliberative session, live from Kearsarge Regional High School, so we appreciate you having us, and we'll be back on Monday for a game. So always lots going on. You guys came back from winter break on Thursday, so you're back into the routine already, and you can see the crowds. Nice crowd tonight.
Yeah, it's a great crowd. We always have, particularly Friday nights, the community continues to come out and support our kids and their activities, and as you said, we returned yesterday back from the holiday break. Everybody had a nice time with that, but getting back into the swing of things.
Yeah, and we talking earlier on the broadcast, we saw the girls and boys basketball teams up in Lebanon a couple weeks ago before the holidays, and a fun doubleheader. Both, the girls start early, the boys play late, and obviously didn't have the results that you guys wanted from the scoreboard standpoint, but clearly it looks like the boys team, they fixed some things, and they're looking good tonight.
Yeah, I think both programs, are trying to find out, the rotations and who's going to play where and what, and certainly a tough opener up at Lebanon, a very good program every year, and always a tough place to win up there and compete, but the boys tonight doing a great job getting up and down the floor. Coach Camp obviously has them ready to play.
And as we also mentioned, a rematch from the holiday tournament where they played Bishop Brady. I don't know if you were able to go down and see one of those games, and they're doing much better than that one.
Yeah,
also.
Well, yeah, it's a crazy thing when the ball goes in the hoop a lot for you. It tends to help, and kind of the opposite of the Christmas tournament. Our kids came out with some great energy. Shots are dropping early, and Brady's had a little bit of a hard time finding the bottom of the basket, but they've got some good players, and they heated up there a little bit at the end, and I expect a pretty competitive second half.
Yeah, it should be an exciting second half, and like I mentioned, we'll be back here on Monday. We'll be back here throughout the season, but you do have some events coming up later in the year. If you'd like to tell the viewers about what may be going on off the court.
Yeah, sure, and we appreciate you folks being here. We have a long history with the Yankee Cable Network, and have enjoyed the relationship. We have kids, all over the place out in the communities. We have folks headed up once a month up to Dartmouth Hitchcock Medical Center for on-site pieces. We have our musical coming up the weekend of the 5th, 6th, and 7th in March. Students are getting ready for their midterm exams here in a couple of weeks, and it's hard to believe, but the end of the first semester is just 2 weeks away. So we have a lot of programs out there. All of our winter sports are in full swing. Our ski teams were out there today, and swimming, but we have our SWOCO group who are students working on community-oriented activities, and they've got some activities that they're doing. We have some teachers taking kids down to Yale to go to a model congress, and they've already been down to Harvard for a UN. So a lot of activity. We're blessed to have a great community that supports education and all of our co-curriculars.
Excellent. And Rob, if there's a website or anything that the folks can go to get some information, do you have your website?
Yeah, just our regular website here at the school is www.kearsarge.org, and that'll bring you right to the main site, and you should be able to find a schedule and a calendar of all of our events. And if you ever need to know any more info, just call 927-4261. We'd be happy to fill you in.
All right, great. Thank you very much. Speaking with Rob Bennett, principal here at Kearsarge Regional High School. We'll step aside and come back with the second half. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
Warner's Main Street Bookends has been your community bookstore since 1998 and voted Yankee Magazine's Editor's Pick Must-See Bookstore. Bookends is a full-service store offering a huge selection of current fiction and nonfiction with children's book selection, toys, and games. Bookends has a huge card selection for all occasions, along with Main Street Marketplace and Gallery in the attached barn. 100% solar, Main Street Bookends of Warner is building your community one book at a time.
Welcome to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Elizabeth Durazio, and
I'm your host, Abby Peel.
Coming to you from the town of Hopkinton.
Coming to you from the New London Barn Playhouse. Thanks for having us.
Thank you for coming on this beautiful day.
Beautiful day, perfect spring day.
We've been here as a staple in many of the communities. And
so many people that you get to meet and a wonderful community that you feel like you're always welcome in.
With this great opportunity of opening a restaurant that's really community focused.
So join us again next week
for a new edition of Yankee Chronicle.
Welcome back to the YCN Game of the Week. Kearsarge Cougars up 37-21 on the Bishop Brady Giants. Their offense led by Brady Grisana, Nick LeBlanc, Ben Carl, the exciting Ben Carl as always. We've had a fun game so far, huh?
Yeah,
but,
we've had it, yeah.
Bishop Brady needs to find a way to get back into this thing.
Yeah, they've got to do it, and as we talked about in the first half, and Rob Bennett there, when the shots are falling, and it makes a big difference, and we saw that with Kearsarge struggling up in Lebanon, but they're falling now, and Bishop Brady, they struggled for most of basically the first quarter, only scoring 7 points, but they came alive in that second quarter and scored 14 points, so they only trail by 16 now.
Yeah, and Bishop Brady, I mean, they seem to be led by Ismael Rivera. His three-point shooting's kind of kept him in this, and I think he needs to stay hot here.
Yeah, he's got 9 points, and we'll take our final break before the second half begins. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
You're watching the New Hampshire Association of Broadcasters' three-time award-winning YCN Game of the Week. The YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by Top Stitch Embroidery, the best for your team, and so much more. MJ Harrington and Company, jewelers and designers since 1948. William A. Smith Auction Gallery. They host 45 auctions yearly. Check the schedule on their website. Lake Sunapee Region VNA and Hospice, providing independence for patients and peace of mind for families. H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist, much more than a home heating provider. LaValley Building Supply, 10 retail lumber yards serving New England for over 55 years. Ramonto's Brick Oven Pizza and more, always fresh. People, food, great times await you. Mascoma Savings Bank, with no shareholders to please, committed to remaining independent and to reinvesting profits in our community. Baba's Bar and Grill of Newberry Harbor, where Baba wants you to know we're having a lot of fun. And Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire.
Welcome back. Almost ready for half number 2, 37-21. I'd like to thank all of our viewers, but especially a thanks to a special viewer, Mike Pizzone, who was, as many of you know, used to be my, I guess he was the play-by-play and I was the color, and now I've graduated to play-by-play. But either way, Mike Pizzone and his family, they welcomed a child late in 2019, so congratulations to Mike and his wife and their new baby, and glad to have him checking us out. So, Scott, you got some big shoes to fill.
Yeah, congratulations, Mike. You know, those are probably the good old days when the broadcast duo was at its peak, but here we are now, ready to go.
And they are ready to go in the second half. Some of the numbers in the first half, leading all scorers with 10, was Nick LeBlanc. And 9 points for Brady Grisana. And as I mentioned, 9 points for Rivera, Ismael Rivera. So a miss on the first possession. Now the Giants from the corner, and there's Rivera for three, his fourth.
He's the guy I said needs to stay hot. I mean, he's their shooter. He's confident, and you know, a good shooter like that set up in the corner, he's gonna knock it down most of the time, and he just teed it up easy.
And that was just what they needed to start this second half. A nice defensive possession, and then a comeback and hit a three. It's only 13 now. Couple shots fall, and this game could get turned on its head. Carl, no good, and the rebound. Frazier had it for a minute, Tommy Frazier, and then he bobbled it away, and its jump ball goes to the Brady Giants.
Yeah, Amnott had some good defense there, and that's why Ben Carl missed so wildly. A little bit forced.
And then he comes in and gets the tie-up, though. So 7 minutes to play. 37-24. 1 minute old is the quarter. Giants scoring, and now down low. Missing, but getting his own rebound, putting it back. Another miss, and then another rebound, and then finally going to be a foul. I think that's going to go against the Giants.
Yeah, that first miss there, they had a great look, and he came in a little late, but Frazier had a great look there initially, and then the ball just kind of gets bounced around there for a while, and they started taking wild shots. Very well defended by Kearsarge down low.
Yeah, Tommy Frazier missed
after
a couple.
The initial miss.
Right, yeah, Tommy Frazier wanted that one back, and then Raposo couldn't get it to go, as you saw on the replay. Little baseline drive, and you can give credit to the Giants. Playing some nice defense in the early going. Three-pointer off the mark, and we'll go back to the Cougars. So both teams a little sluggish here out of the locker rooms. Three-pointer no good. That's off the mark.
You wonder why coming into the half up 16, Kearsarge is just settling for outside shots.
Right.
Stay aggressive. Take it to the hoop here. This is exactly what Lebanon was doing against them, and they allowed Kearsarge back into the game. So they need to pick it up here a little bit and get to the hoop.
And a nice jumper there from Tommy Frazier. 37-26 now, only 11 points. And here we go on the...
Yep, Ben Carl, always aggressive. That's what they need. That's exactly what I was saying. Carl takes it to the hoop, up quick. He's the fastest player in the court, I guarantee you. And he gets to the line here, hopefully to kill some of this momentum that the Giants have picked up.
And Carl makes the front end of his two shots. He's got 5. And the second one is good. He now has 6 points, and the lead back up to 13. This Brady at Kearsarge game is being brought to you in part by Echo Communications. Call them for all your printing needs. All our schedules and live broadcasts are at our website, YCNnow.com. Once again, playing that inside-out game and then driving, just missing it, was Amnott. Set up perfectly, can't get it to go.
So it's a few possessions in a row. Amnott had a wide-open layup here and just missed it.
Little strong off the window.
Tommy Frazier had one that he wanted back earlier.
So, and then after that, the foul is committed, and that was against Raposo. So that's his second, team's third of the second half. Cougars looking for their first field goal of this second half.
Ben Carl looked like he's driving to the hoop wildly there and just finds a way to pull up a beautiful floater and nails it. The two games we've done with Kearsarge, Carl is fun to watch, I'll tell you that.
And a little out of control is Stanchfield. I'm surprised that wasn't called, but either way, he doesn't get it to fall.
Good
and
hustle.
He picks it up. And then fouled shooting a 2, I believe. Here's the first one, Stanchfield.
Yeah, he was coming down a little bit, didn't quite have a good handle on the ball. But here's some good hustle, though. Look, just keeps it.
And then here's the foul. Clearly shooting a 2.
Clearly got him on the right arm there.
So Sidmore at the free throw line. He missed the first, so he'll shoot a second. And that is the second foul for him, not. And it's the 4th team foul already for the Giants. Sidmore hits the second one. He's got 5. Thrown away.
Nice pass to the coach right there.
Yeah, Rivera. I don't know if it was the man who was supposed to be cutting or he made the incorrect pass, but either way, it ended up in the bench.
Good thing they're heads up down there.
And there's Carl driving. He gets that one swatted away. Brady looking to run. Rivera, a little out of control, no good. And foul against the Cougars. I think they're going to call it. No, excuse me, they're going to call it on Bishop Brady.
Yeah, Rivera, one of the smaller guys on the court. He's going to be careful just driving in there because his shots are going to get blocked. They're going to be hard to get off, and that's kind of what happened there. It was a little bit of a forced drive.
Halfway through this quarter, no good, but the offensive rebound kicked back out to Flanders, and he hits the 3. To Tim Flanders. Take a look here. Offensive rebound.
Credit Tyler Sidmore for that with that good offensive rebound. Good kick out, finds his man Flanders, and he nails it.
And we got a timeout on the floor, 3:51 to play. 45-26, Cougars on top. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
Simple solutions in a challenging world. Let Echo Communications make your life simpler. From the beginning, creating design through the commercial print process and ending with custom mailing, all easily coordinated in one place. Echo Communications provides simple solutions in a challenging world. One place, many solutions. Learn more at echocominc.com.
No matter what season it is, you can always find the best in American and Italian cuisine at Bubba's Bar and Grill in Newbury, New Hampshire. Stop in to enjoy our fresh salads, hearty sandwiches, brick oven pizzas, the award-winning seafood chowder, and a new seasonal menu just right for the cooler months. Dine in or take out. You can check out our full lunch and dinner menus along with daily specials on our website each day as well. Bubba's Bar and Grill, just 2 miles from Mount Sunapee in the beautiful harbor of Newbury, New Hampshire.
Welcome back. 3:51 to play. Out of the timeout, and then the turnover, but then turned back over. And then turned back over.
Yeah, turnovers galore there.
Not sure if there was ever really a possession, but
looked like Tommy Frazier was going to steal it and sneak one up, but
dribble it
good
off his
heads-up
foot.
defense by Kearsarge. Yeah, dribble it off his foot.
You're much nicer than I.
Yeah.
Good defense. In the timeout right below us was the Brady coach, Phil Davis, asking his players who wants it, as we see the three-pointer from Sam Carl.
The other Carl wanted it. Wide open at the top of the key. That's where you want to shoot your wide open threes from. And that's it's money territory right there.
And then from the corner, three-pointer no good. Rebound stolen away. Ben Carl gets it to his brother Sam, and then the layup by Sidmore no good. And bounced off. It's going to be Kearsarge basketball.
Yeah, Sam made a great bounce pass there. Unfortunately, they couldn't finish on the fast break that time.
So finishing up the thought there, Phil Davis right in front of us saying, who wants some more? He said, we're getting out-rebounded. Nobody seems to be really being aggressive. And we'll see if this team can kind of pick it up a little as they've fallen into a bigger hole. It was only 16 at halftime, now up to 22.
Yeah, they're going to have to pick it up for sure.
That ball goes back to the Giants. Only 5 points so far in this half. And it looked like Sam Carl wanted to steal, but the foul before that.
Yeah, he jumped in there and tried to pick his pocket. The ref saying he got a little bit of arm on the play.
But only the first foul of the half for the Cougars. This game is being brought to you in part by William A. Smith Auction Gallery, who hosts 45 auctions yearly, many in their auction house in Plainfield, New Hampshire. Check out their schedule on their website at wsmithauction.com. Left-handed layup, no good from Flanders, but he'll go to the free throw line and shoot a pair. Off the miss, Sam Carl to Flanders. He had the position on his man, Rivera, Ishmael Rivera.
Sam Carl's got a bit of the Ben Carl flair to him. Sam just a sophomore.
Flanders' first one doesn't connect with anything.
That's going to get him razzed in the locker room after the game a little bit.
And the foul, as we mentioned, on Rivera, that is his third, already the team's sixth. Second free throw is up, but they're going to say no good. They're going to wave it off.
Lane violation,
Must have been
perhaps?
a lane violation. So waving it off, and Kearsarge comes out of that possession with no points.
It's the only thing I can imagine. There was no foul called, so it would have to be a lane violation for them to wave that basket off.
See if the Giants can get some offense going. They'll try and start it up with Rivera. The three-pointer no good.
Yeah, all of Rivera's makes are on nice set shots where they kick it out to him and find him open. That one he started to force a little bit.
McCarthy a little off balance, no good, but the rebound, and then kicked out to Stanchfield, and he gets his to go. He's got 7. Under 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. The lead has ballooned to 24, the largest lead of the evening.
Yeah, Bishop Brady just looks like they've kind of lost their confidence here, particularly on the offensive end. They've got nothing going right now.
That foul is going to go away from the ball. Stanchfield will get called for it. His second, team second of the half. A couple substitutions coming in. LeBlanc and Grant will check in. So LeBlanc and Grant in now, inside 2 minutes to play. Yeah, you got to imagine the Giants of Bishop Brady come out of the locker room, hit their first shot, and then all of a sudden they've really gone quiet.
I mean, they cut it down to what? Was it an 11-point game?
11 points at one point. Yeah, it was 16, and then they scored a quick 5 in the third quarter, excuse me. And coming out of the locker room, it was down 11, and then they just, you know,
yeah, ever since that point.
Yep.
All Kearsarge.
Nice cut there. And going to the free throw line, it's Tommy Frazier.
Yeah, heads up inbound pass there.
McCarthy gets whistled for the foul. McCarthy's third foul, excuse me. And the free throw is up and good. That's Tommy Frazier's third free throw. He is 3 or 5 from the line. He's got 2 more field goals to go along with that, so he's got 7 points. Second one is good. Stanchfield for 3, no good.
Nice rebound there. Good stop there by Bishop Brady. Yeah. Really needing a hoop here to get back into this thing.
Trying to draw some contact. He doesn't get the foul, but Amnott gets the basket. He's got 6.
I like that aggression there. It was a smart time to do it.
Leads down to 20, and now Stanchfield no good, but he follows his own shot, gets the rebound, and inside to Sidmore.
Yeah, that's just a tough break. We heard their coach yelling at him about rebounding earlier, and here it is again. Obviously, great team job there by Kearsarge to get that offensive rebound, but Bishop Brady's got to do a better job of sealing these guys out and securing these defensive rebounds.
You saw the player for the Giants in position for the rebound, but nobody boxed out and got a body on Stanchfield, so he just alertly follows his own shot and gets the rebound. But the Giants have a chance. 50 seconds, 49.1 seconds. Down 22. So this third quarter has not been kind to the Giants. The inbounds pass, tipped away. Sam Carl coming down, and he'll get it to go. He's got 8 points.
Yeah, we saw that inbound pass kind of work a couple plays ago to his brother, Tommy, and that one was a little bit more forced and didn't work out.
Nice aggressive play, driving baseline.
I'm assuming they're brothers, by the way. Maybe that's a mistake by me.
The final shot here. 22-point lead. Stansfield trying to shake his defender. He gets blocked. It's all ball. He gets it, kicks it out. Three-pointer no good, and that's going to basically do it. And at the end of 3, Cougars lead the Giants 54-32. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
William A. Smith Auction Gallery hosts 45 auctions a year. Our customer base is worldwide, and our reputation is for honesty and fairness.
Right there, $5,000, $3,000. I got 2 there, thank you. 20.
Join us for one of our live auctions. Check out the auction schedule on our website. Auction day is lively and fun.
Sold 3,381. Yeah, sold 253. Sold 850 straight away.
We look forward to seeing you on auction day.
At H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, we sell, install, tune, and repair heating and cooling systems and deliver your fuel oil and propane. But we're much more. H.R. Clough installs water conditioning systems to purify your water and add life to your hot water heating system. Now is the perfect time for one of our expert staff to evaluate your needs. For a free estimate, call H.R. Clough today. Over 4 generations of local ownership and dependable service.
Welcome back, North Sutton, New Hampshire, where we are set to play the 4th quarter of action, Division II Boys Basketball. Cougars have control of this one, leading 54-32. Jeremy Stout, Scott Quimby, and Scott seen this Cougar team now twice, and it's really been an opposite effort. I shouldn't say effort. They both were very good efforts, but opposite results.
Correct. I mean, particularly their second half effort against Lebanon, but this has been a great second half here so far. It looked like maybe they were going to come out and have to fend off Bishop Brady here for a bit. And they cut it down to 11, and then that speed, it's just speed for Kearsarge. They're very fast and aggressive, has really opened this game up for them.
And as we talked about, opening your season against a Lebanon team, we got some good players. Obviously, Coach Keith Matty was back after taking a season off. That's a tough ask to go up to Lang Metcalf Gymnasium opening night. You got the girls-boys doubleheader, and as we see a nice lay in there on the reverse side from Billy Frazier. So that's a tough ask. So you kind of lose that first one, and now you've settled into your season, and it looks like a home opener is just what they needed.
Well, it's not the easiest way to start your season. You know that. I mean, in Lebanon is possibly the favorite of this division. But, I think they showed something and probably built a lot of confidence in that second half with the comeback and making it a decent game. And they look like a confident bunch out there right now. Ben Carl is he's tough to stop.
Yeah, they do. He's got 4 field goals plus a couple free throws for 10 points. And he's done a lot more than just that. He's obviously a very pesky defender. He distributes the ball. And really an all-around player as a senior here. And an offensive rebound in the foul. And some aggressive play. That inbounds pass is tipped and then turned over.
Yeah. Third inbound pass, same play in a row. Worked the first time, the last 2 both resulted in turnovers. Kearsarge clearly adjusted on the inbound.
Here come the Giants back down. Rivera for 3, and he gets it with a man in his face. And Rivera has 15. He has 5 threes.
And that was the toughest one so far. I mean, Like you said, he had a hand right in his face and was kind of falling away a little bit, but Rivera still found a way to knock it down.
And I believe, I don't know if there was a foul after or what they call it. They announced no basket, but then they changed that. So the 3 does count. Either way, Kearsarge basketball. And then Rivera with the steal on the errant pass. 1 on 3. He's going to take it left-handed, his first 2-point field goal.
Very aggressive fast break move. It was really a 3-on-1. And,
yeah.
And the other 2 Kearsarge defenders kind of veered off and left Ben Carl to fend for himself, and Rivera took advantage.
Nice left-handed layup. Cuts it to 17 points. Coming out, some fire here maybe in this third quarter. That foul will put Ben Carl to the free throw line, shooting 1 and 1. They're in the bonus. So you've got Carl out there obviously shooting, his brother Sam Carl, McCarthy, Grant, and LeBlanc. First one is up, no good. This is his first, he's 1 for 3. So here's another chance. But if you are the Giants, no rush, you've got a lot of time. Take good shots, and driving in there is Billy Frazier. He'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, getting to the free throw line for 2 shots is always a good offensive possession.
Stop the clock, that's what you need. And the foul goes on McCarthy. That is his 4th, team's 5th. Frazier's first one, no good, and I'd imagine McCarthy will come out, but Coach Nate Camp is going to keep McCarthy in. Second free throw up and good. So Billy Frazier gets it. He's got 7. Leads down to 16. That's where we sat at halftime. And a little errant pass off the fingertips of McCarthy.
Trying to get a little clever there with Sam Carl. I think he had the kick out to the corner 3 and dished out the fake and kind of faked himself out. And even if the pass was where he wanted it to go, it was still too close and too hard for making that play right there.
And the 3-pointer from Tommy Frazier makes it a 13-point game. 5:30 to play.
Kearsarge needs to clean it up here if they want to keep this lead here.
And there's Carl going to the hoop. I believe the foul is going to be on the floor. Yes, it will be, so it'll only be a 1-and-1. And the foul against I am not. That's his 4th.
You're not what?
Am not's not fouling. He's got 4, so you're going to see some players fouling out of this one, I think. He's got 4, McCarthy's got 4. No good on the free throw. And just like that, Bishop Brady can make it a 10-point game on this possession. Plenty of time, 5 minutes plus to go. No need to rush. Driving baseline, no good, but nice follow on the rebound. They'll reset. And a beautiful hop step there, and the field goal from Tommy Frazier.
Tommy Frazier's heating up here.
So with 5 minutes to play, we've got a good one here. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
There once was a haunted house. People said they had heard voices, but no one dared to go inside.
There's a place for wood in your backyard. We recommend the Fire Pit. For looks and performance that outlast a wooden deck, make sure your next deck is built with Trex, the world's #1 premium decking brand.
Trex products are available at LaValley Middleton Building Supply. Visit us at lavalleys.com.
Welcome back. 56-45, the lead that was, I believe, 24 points has been all but cut in half as we're only down to 11. Scott, some good play by the Giants here in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, Tommy Frazier's really starting to take over here in the fourth quarter and lead this team to this comeback. He's up to 13 points now, and he's really been their primary scoring option here in the last few possessions.
So with 5 minutes to play, coming out of the timeout, Brady coming up with a full court defense, trying to trap the Cougars. Carl kicks it out to Carl in the corner, who drives baseline. No good, and here come the Giants.
Yeah, that was nicely done by the Giants. Very well contested shot. Maybe a little forced there by Kearsarge.
Trying to force it inside, and they do get it inside, and then it's turnover, Raposo.
Yeah, that was a good strip right there.
And a three-pointer on the other side. It's going to stay with the Cougars.
And Kearsarge knows the Giants have to be aggressive and attack the rim right now, and they played that defense perfectly and got him trapped. I think Grzana had a hand in there. I think he's the one that came up with the ball.
So 4:23 to play. Cougars want to take some air out of the ball, but you don't want to get lulled to sleep, as we've seen this Bishop Brady squad start making some shots.
Yeah, I mean, you want to run the clock down a little bit here, but you still got to put points on the board here, because this Bishop Brady team can certainly get to 56 with 4 minutes left.
Yeah, you still got to run your offense, and they tried to there. Carl coming up short, and here come the Giants on the other end, and that little runner, Billy Frazier. Down to 9.
Both Fraziers getting aggressive here and attacking the rim.
And that turnover and then turn back over. Rivera couldn't handle the outlet.
The Giants got to stay cool here and not try to force anything. There's plenty of time for them.
They don't want a foul. Already in the bonus. 8 fouls the Cougars are in the bonus. So if you are Bishop Brady, really try and play some tight defense, but you don't have to foul, and that's what you don't want. You had him in the trap.
That's what the speed of Ben Carl does to you. It's a tough call on Billy Frazier, but his feet were moving, and it was definitely kind of a blocking foul. He had his feet shuffling, and tough call, but
nobody on the Brady side liked that one, and you can understand after a nice tightly contested after a good effort on defense. Giving up that foul was not what they wanted, as Ben Carl hits the front end of his free throw. He's now 3 for 4. He's got 11 points. Second free throw is up and good. For over 11 years, Bubba's Bar and Grill has been providing hungry patrons with high-quality food and friendly service with a mission of delivering a remarkable experience to every visitor. And Bubba likes to remind you we're having
Here is Ben Carl's block. No chance.
Charlie Coffin out on the court. Haven't seen him too much. And there's Rivera hitting a 3.
That's more his comfort zone out there. 6-3, I believe.
Yes, 6 threes. 2-point field goal. He's got 20 points tonight. I believe that leads all scorers. Down to an 8-point game. Trying to trap in the corner. They're not going to get it. They'll kick it back out, and Kearsarge will be able to reset. Good ball movement here by the Cougars. No call there. And then Sidmore gets the rebound.
Yeah, that was a pretty 50-50 call. I think at this stage of the game, I like the no call.
Mansfield driving in, no good. Rebound pulled down by Raposo, and here come the Giants. Down 8, final 2 minutes. Three-pointer fired up and good! Charlie Coffin hits a big 3. His first basket of the night, cuts it to 5, 58-53. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
I had broken my humerus. I went home in the care of the VNA, and I met a group of women that I'll never forget. All of them were, in a way, just the most therapeutic and totally understanding people I think I've ever met.
Lake Sunapee Region VNA and Hospice is your locally managed nonprofit home health care provider. It's your choice. Ask for us by name when home is where you want to be.
The New Hampshire Heritage Collection by M.J. Harrington Jewelers is imagined and designed by our craftsmen, inspired by the natural beauty and special places that make New Hampshire extraordinary. The Old Man of the Mountain, Common Loon, Covered Bridge, Sap Bucket, and New Hampshire Lakes Collection are tributes to the story of the Granite State, made in America, handcrafted, uniquely yours, from M.J. Harrington Jewelers.
This Brady at Kearsarge game is being brought to you in part by Mascoma Savings Bank, mutually owned with no shareholders to please. If you want your event, parade, or concert televised live on YCN, contact us at info@ycnnow.com. Here we go, out of the timeout. Inside 2 minutes, full court. You know you're going to get the press, the trap. Got to be careful not to foul if you are the Giants.
I mean, Kearsarge just needs to get back to their game here and try to score the basketball. I think this passing around is not working for them. They're not getting good looks, and they're going to get a fortunate break here, though, and get to the line.
And Carl looked like he was trapped in the corner, but a little aggressive on the defense. And I believe Charlie Coffin, who hit the big three before the timeout, he'll get called for that foul, his first. And that is the 10th team foul, so the double bonus now here. Ben Carl to start it off.
What's he shooting on free throws so far?
After that make, I believe he is 5 for 6.
5 for 6. He's a very good free throw shooter. We saw that in the first game we did for him.
And the second one goes. And the lead back up to 7.
With him being the free throw shooter he is, you're gonna try to get the ball in his hand as much as possible, and we might get to a point here where intentional fouls start setting in.
So short timeout here, so we'll keep it right here. Scott, if you're Bishop Brady, what do you do now? I mean, you gotta. I would imagine you're getting the ball to Rivera because he's been really your only reliable three-point shooter, and at this point, down 7, no shot clock. You're gonna need threes to cut into this lead.
You're drawing up your best play, a double pick maybe to get Rivera somewhat open and get a good look off, and hopefully you can hit it and cut it to 4, and then. I mean, there's not a lot of time left, so maybe at that point you just start intentionally fouling, obviously trying to keep the ball out of Ben Carl's hands. 7 for 8 now at the free throw line, correct?
I mean, yeah, he's had a good night. But, I mean, you still
there is still time.
But the problem is with no shot clock, you can easily shave off 40 seconds in a possession. So we'll see what happens here. Rivera gets it to the corner, and then wide open lane off the back iron, and no good from Tommy Frazier.
And that's the third easy layup miss we've seen. Those 6 points would go a long ways right now.
Just a little too strong on that one. I think he might have been surprised, and we see Flanders on the other end. They're not going to give the foul call. It'll be tipped away, and it will stay with the Cougars. So back to that layup, you know, they kind of parted the defense because I think Kearsarge said, hey, if you want to take it 2, we don't want to foul you. And maybe Frazier just didn't realize he'd have that much space, and so he went a little stronger than he needed to.
Yeah, I mean, Kearsarge looked like they were defending the 3 as best they could, particularly on Rivera. So, yeah, the C's certainly parted. There wasn't much traffic down low, and, yeah, just a little too strong with it.
So now with 1:08 to go, 7-point lead and the ball and in the double bonus. Really, you don't have a lot of poor free throw shooters out there. Tim Flanders is 0 for 2 for the Cougars, and Sidmore 1 for 2. And almost a 5-second call, but now it's going to be just keep away if you're the Cougars. Sidmore, or excuse me, that was Stanchfield, had an open 3, but wisely kicked it out. Now you got to start fouling. You're inside 50 seconds. And the refs are all of a sudden not blowing the whistle, which they have been quite frequently this game.
I know there was definitely a point there where Bishop Brady was trying to intentionally foul, and they were kind of swinging their arm wildly at the ball, and there was no whistle. So
yeah, it looked like they were trying to. It looked like they were trying to foul Tim Flanders. They didn't get it, so they ended up getting Stanchfield, and he'll shoot a pair. So that was the 5th foul, Gabe M. Knott, and he finishes. That was his 5th, so he finishes with 6 points tonight. The junior guard. At the free throw line, Stanchfield, his first trip to the line tonight, he has 7 points. We saw him really explode in that second half up in Lebanon, so we didn't know what to expect from him tonight. Hit a couple good shots, but not quite the night he had up there.
I mean, they were on opposite ends of the spectrum here tonight. I mean, they were way up in the second half. He didn't really need to be aggressive. They kind of melodically passed the ball around here in the second half, and clearly, I mean, they didn't score nearly as much as they did in the first half. So, it's been a different second half, so I would contribute that to that.
So 8-point lead here. Got to be shooting threes, I would imagine. They're going to try and get it down low, and they get the quick bucket from Connor Raposo. He's got 4, inbound to Carl. They have Flanders, who will just lay it in, and that's probably going to seal it with an 8-point lead. Inside 30 seconds, and off the backboard is Charlie Coffin. So wait 1 minute, 5 points, 20 seconds to play. It'll be Kearsarge basketball. Timeout on the floor. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
The New Hampshire Heritage Collection by M.J. Harrington Jewelers is imagined and designed by our craftsmen, inspired by the natural beauty and special places that make New Hampshire extraordinary. The Old Man of the Mountain, Common Loon, Covered Bridge, Sap Bucket, and New Hampshire Lakes Collection are tributes to the story of the Granite State, made in America, handcrafted, uniquely yours, from M.J. Harrington Jewelers.
Welcome back. Final 20 seconds. And see what we've got here. Well, if you are the Bishop Brady Giants, you've made a valiant effort. You've come back. You're only down 5. Yeah. Still some hope, but you got to do a quick foul and hope for some missed free throws.
You're gonna hope for a steal here, but they're not going to get it, and unfortunately, they're not even going to get a foul.
And quickly is Sam Carl. Not the recipe that they wanted. 3-point attempt on the other end is no good.
That should do it.
And the rebound to LeBlanc. It's dribbled around. Nobody's possession. And it's going to be end of the game. So 65-58 will be the final score here from North Sutton. So, Scott, a good one, but just falling a little short are the Bishop Brady Giants.
Yeah, when you're down 24 and you make it a 5-point game toward the end, it's quite a valiant effort. Good for Bishop Brady for hanging in there, and congratulations to Kearsarge hanging on and getting the win.
All right, so we'll take a quick break and come back with the H.R. Clough Kearsarge Heating turning up the heat player of the game. 65-58 your final. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
Why is it always time for pizza? Because Ramonto's brick oven pizzas are popping up everywhere. With dough made fresh daily and baked in brick ovens, plus pasta, sandwiches, and artisan salads always from fresh ingredients, you're never far from good times and great food at Ramonto's. Ramonto's brick oven pizzas are the locally owned restaurants that make freshness taste so good. Want a piece of the pie? Visit Ramontos.com for franchise opportunities.
William A. Smith Auction Gallery hosts 45 auctions a year. Our customer base is worldwide, and our reputation is for honesty and fairness. Join us for one of our live auctions. Check out the auction schedule on our website. Auction day is lively and fun.
Sold 3,381. Yeah, sold 253. Sold 850 straight away.
We look forward to seeing you on auction day.
Welcome back. Final score 65-58. Cougars defeat the Giants of Bishop Brady. And now let's take a look at our HR Clough.
It is. You can always find the best in America.
Player of the game, Scott.
He's certainly the most exciting player on the court every time he's out there, it seems like. And he put up 14 points. He led his team in scoring. Not only that, we don't count the assists up here, but I guarantee you he had a lot of those as well, feeding his teammates, which really led to a very balanced scoring effort for the rest of the team. And I think it was thanks to him.
Yeah, so as you mentioned, he had the 14 points, so that is the H.R. Clough Kearsarge Heating turning up the heat player of the game. Also on the Kearsarge team, Nick LeBlanc with 10 points. Sam Carl, he contributed 10 as well. 9 points apiece for Tim Flanders, Brady Grazana, and 8 for Chris Stanchfield, 7 for Tyler Sidmore. Over on the Bishop Brady Giants side, Ismael Rivera, we'll just talk about him for a minute, leading all scorers with 20 points. A great night for Rivera when he finally started getting his shot to fall.
Yeah, I think he started off 1 for 6, if I'm not mistaken. He couldn't get his shot going early in the game, which is clearly a big part of their offense, and I think that really played into the big hole that they got themselves into in the first half. But once he started getting it going, his shots were falling, and he had, what you said, 20 points, I believe, on 6 3-pointers.
Yes.
So he's certainly a 3-point specialist, and they are going to rely on him heavily by the looks of things.
So Rivera leads the scorers with 20. Tommy Frazier comes into this one as our player to watch. He scores 13. Billy Frazier with 9. Gabe Amnott with 6, as well as 6 from Charlie Koff, and a couple big threes late in the game. Connor Raposo with 4. So the Bishop Brady Giants lose this one, fall to 0-2 on the season. The Cougars improve their record to 1-1. We'll be back here on Monday night, January 6th at 6:30 p.m. The Cougars host the Pride of Merrimack Valley. So the final score here for the final time, 65-58. For Scott Quimby, I'm Jeremy Stout. Thanks for watching the YCN Game of the Week. Are we live? What's going on? Are we out?
We're good. Don't worry.
Well, I didn't get a countdown.
No, his watch is off. His watch is off by about 30 seconds by my count.
So did I get cut off early?